Okay, we got that all ground out, and I got my coat of reinforcing body filler back in the joint, and I verified that all of it is mixed because I took the leftover and smeared it out on a pad, and the entire thing is rock hard, no soft spots. So we should be good to go on this retake, shall we say. But it's an interesting car here. You know, you guys have been following Frankenstang here. You've obviously seen that this car has been quite the challenge at times, and there's a little bit of archaeology when you get into cars like this. A lot of stuff you uncover, and here is one of them, and this pretty much tells the story of the whole car. As you can see here, we can tell by the paint. We've got a bunch of different things going on here, but it's all paint. What we have is this car was definitely stripped to bare metal the first time it was restored. And then they probably had constant issues with cracking paint and things not lining up, which was the reason this car was brought here, besides the chip in the door. And we can see we have not one repaint, not two repaints, but three repaints. So bare steel body filler and primer, base coat, clear coat, base coat, clear coat, base coat, clear coat. And if you come over here, you can actually see in between the layers where they came back in and did some more body work. So they just kept putting layer upon layer of paint on this car. And boy, I really wish, excuse me, the customer had the budget to strip this to bare metal, which was our original intention, but the damages kind of got away from us, or pretty much destroyed his wallet is really what happened. So unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to strip the rest of the car due to budgetary constraints. But looking at that, I really wish we could. Just not going to happen. So we'll do the best we can. I'll try to sand one whole layer of paint off of this car when I come in and start blocking the entire car after all the body work's done on the back. But kind of a little history lesson there. Like the rings in a tree, once you start sanding, you see everything. And based on the history of what the guy told me, again, always had problems with the paint cracking. We can see why. I think over here you can kind of see it's not as bad, although I haven't really feathered this up yet with the DA. Once I get in here and start feathering this area up, we might uncover the same tree rings we have over there. But had this been done right the first time, this car wouldn't be on a video. Anyway, just wanted to add to that last video there. This side here, I already checked it, cleaned out really well. Again, this is just a reinforcing body filler that you use when you need a thicker layer. Regular body filler, you do not want to use more than about 1/8 of an inch thick. I know some guys like to load it on, but you're asking for trouble. This stuff here is fiber reinforced body filler, and it's only in the low spots of the joint itself, and those other spots on top were just the little low spots on that weld seam that I couldn't get completely pulled out because I couldn't get behind the panel to hammer and dolly it, but very little is there. This side over here, the metal finishing came out a lot better because I handmade the top piece, whereas on that side I reused the section I cut off. This piece here, I handmade that, so that's probably why it lines up a little better. But yep, as you can see, like I said, the filler is just in the joint, not anywhere else. You do not want to use this filler as a finishing. You want that stuff to hide underneath about a minimum of 1/16 of an inch of body filler. So we're going to have a nice strong joint there. Won't have any more issues with cracking. As I mentioned before, that area has been fixed. That is all metal finished. No more do we have the problems we had. And hopefully, once this car is all done, the only time it ever comes back in here is maybe for a detail. Anyway, like, subscribe as always. We'll keep you updated on old Frankenstang here. See ya.